babe and all that. On a certain front, said, Mom, I want to thing, and I'm sure you're gonna freak out. I said, No, I'm not gonna. If you freak out, I'm gonna tell you anything again. And no, 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 I'm not gonna freak out. She said, You know, I broke up with my girlfriend, and I'm looking at this other girl in my class. She has a crush on me and all that. And when he was saying it, in my head, that those things were doing like you already broke up with one. So when did that one even start? Do you understand? When did that one start? To now think of you are in the second one, you are thinking of going into the second one. Asasao, my dear, do you know that you got to a stage? At first, of course, I will maintain steeze now and composure. I was like, no, I'm not freaking and all that. But inside me, I was shivering. And then I told an elderly friend that I know. And you know what she told me? He said, Listen, scream at him and you will lose him. He will not tell you anything again. He said, You better start maintaining your distance. Encourage what you can encourage so that he will be able to tell you and you will guide him. All right. He said, Don't forget, the first one he didn't even tell you. That means he got something from somewhere that he's doing. So for him to have come to tell you, that means he wants to trust you. If you start using that Niger method, you will find out that he will not trust you again. And then I started with, who is this? My daughter-in-law said, What? We've not gotten to that stage. We are still at talking stage. I said talking stage. So how many stages are there? He just walked away. And anytime we want to talk, and I say, Oh, babe, you need to be faithful for your girl. And I say, Do you have to overflock it every time? I know it. I know the guy code, the men code. I can't be cheating on her. I know the code. I'm asking myself at 10 years in primary school, how he was able to know all of these things. You understand? And sometimes my boy comes to me and says, even now that he's 12, he comes to me and asks me, Mom, are you dating so and so person? I'm like, how did you even know about dating? How did we get to this point? But the good thing is, like BNC said, you can never be too careful around these children. You better start teaching how they even, in fact, how they will even behave around girls, how they will be, especially we that have boys that want to train boys that respect women. You understand? You need to start training them how to pamper women, how to pamper their, how to carry, understand, carry them, be
So Wendy, it looks like
responsible.
you have a really good experience. So you're really be good to teach. Like with me and my kids are young, how do you start the conversation? How do you begin to talk about it really?
Well, for me, it was easy because they were the ones that came to me. Like I said now, you understand. It was easy because they came to me to say it. Like my first one told me about the relationship he had, and when we had a heartbreak, I he didn't tell me he had the way I the whole movement. I knew something was going on. So he just went out of the house. I ran after him and I noticed he was crying. And then I had to sit down with him. How that guy together. We sat there. I was crying because he was crying. I didn't know why he was crying, but I just sat there. After everything, he leaned, he put his shoulder and then told me what happened. And then I was able to come in to teach that are the things that you have done that seem to be wrong. You understand? These things, you don't bring your mind to a relationship saying that you are the man, you have to take permission from you for things and all that. And girl, baby here now. And he's like, No, I can't do this thing. I said, No, you don't do it. In you are partners. You are and she is the servant. No, you guys are equal. You guys are friends. You understand? Take her like your friend. Treat her like a partner. Treat her like a human being. You understand? So I started with that conversation, and then we went in to start talking about pregnancy. You understand? You know where you are going. So when they start the conversation, make sure that you are extending it. Like the one that you talked about. Oh, mom, I know that
Yeah,
you
so
have
that
you and
one
dad.
we just talked about it briefly. And then I think
So
the other thing that was like, I think when he said that, he was more into how babies are made. He knows how we came to have, I think he said that because he's learned on the topic of how babies are made.
yeah,
Yeah, they teach
Yeah,
them
so
like
that he
they
knows
taught
that
them
because
that.
that we have children and we have them, that's what we
yeah.
do, that's why
Mm.
we had them. So then
Mhm.
we talked about. So I didn't go into deeper. So we haven't touched the subjects in a while again. So I don't know.
I
So it's
think what
like, do
we
you
should
still go
do.
into deeper on how children are made, and then you start from there because
No, I think what you should do is one of the things that I do is this. I tease them. You understand? When I say that it's been quiet, I'm not hearing anything that I'm supposed to hear. I start with so how is that your babe? You understand? And they say, oh, which one? I say, how many? You understand? Make it look like it's just gist. You understand? And they'll be like, oh, okay, it's the same one, is it the one that they say yes? This, and then you start talking. You understand? You start talking. One of the things I've taught my children is that you need to work to be able to earn and be able to take your babe out. Did you see the way I tied working to earn to that thing that they have? They will have this girl, they don't want to lose the girl. That's right. So you need to earn money, and you will not come to me to come and collect that money. So you need to work to earn money so that you will be able to take her out. Do you understand? And then when you take her out, I like growing up, like you said, nobody taught us all these things. They just taught us that you will get pregnant. In fact, they are not even seeing the men, but they are screaming the pregnancy. So when you see a man walking past on the road, it's pregnancy you are seeing. So on so we you need to start like telling them, like, you need to, okay, when a man and a woman are in you need to tell them how it is, because they are curious. The children, if you don't tell them, right, they will try it. They know that there's one part of it that you are not teaching them, that you are not saying. You understand? Do you know that at this age of 12, I've shown my son a condom, what it looks like?
wow.
I've shown him what that is. You understand? I've shown him this is it. This thing happens to women every month. It's called menstruation. When it happens, women go through this, women go through that. You understand? This thing is called condom. This is what it is used for. I emphasize the diseases aspect of it than the pregnancy aspect of it, because you don't want a situation where you are also discouraging the boys from saying they don't even want to be with a girl because the girl is going to get pregnant, because you're still going to have a problem with that. You understand? So I emphasize the side of STDs and all those things, having diseases that could even potentially make him not be able to his own, start using pads and all that. You get what I'm saying? You paint that exact picture, because if great, they are going to teach him the real thing, and he's not going to try, because it'll be like everything. My mom will be so dramatic about it. So teach the right thing, the proper thing. You need to teach the proper thing. Don't exaggerate. Don't underinform them. Because if you do underinform them and they hear a different version, they will go to that person who has given them more information than you. You understand? But I just feel that basically it's just you being close to them. Just be their friend. Just be their friend. Be their friend every single day. Wake up and profess the love that you have for them. Let them know how amazing they are. So that even if they face the rejection of I'm not interested, they come back to you. They see you as that comfort that they come back to. You understand? If you tell them these kind of things and tell them how amazing they are, how you love them, how you can't even live the life without them, how you would the best thing that has happened to you and all that. When they are facing that rejection, the first thing they remember is what you have said to them because they are going to face it, especially we who have boys. You understand? Even the girls face it because when a girl is in this part of the world, girls go to ask boys out. I've had so many of them come to my door to tell me they're looking for my boy. You understand? Even with their food chest, come and ask in my house that I'm looking for so person. Like I beg, come on for road. Don't be, you you can't actually say no and all that. Don't forget that they also have parents. You scream at them, they cry to their house. It's another story. You came to my house, oh, but I can't even scream at you. You understand? You come to my house, oh, I'm sorry. He's in bed right now. He's still sleeping. Do you want to give him a call later on? You say, okay, that's fine. You understand? They come, they call me by name. Hi, Wendy. Please, I'm here to see so. You understand? You say, oh, hi. You are? And then they say their name. Oh, okay. Oh, unfortunately, he's in bed right now. Do you want to give him a call later on? You understand? And my boys, they know. Once I say he's in bed right now, even if he's on the stairs, he will go back upstairs. He will go back upstairs. Because after the person leaves, me and you will now start the Second World War that led to Adolf Hitler's whatever. Me and you will not start that one behind closed doors. So once I say, oh, unfortunately, he's in bed right now. Do you want to give him a call later on? They say, oh, okay, that's fine. Sometimes you go to them in school. Several times my son has called me to tell me, hello, mom, I'm going to park with my friends. And I'm like, put it on video. Who are the friends? You look at them and they are all girls. You understand? And the next thing I say, because you need to maintain steeze, you can't shout. You cannot shout at them. You just say, um, I think it's rather cold to go in the park today. What do you think? Once I say that, they say, oh, yes, mom, I think it's cold. Yes, it's cold. That means, and then you say, I'll be home. I'll be home in another 15 minutes. That means meet me for house. You need to also learn the languages to use when they're outside to communicate with them. You understand? Because if you're like, where are you going? Not like, start getting this and that. If he gets to school, you have embarrassed him. They are going to say those things to other people in the school. And that boy will probably be laughed at, not have friends. You understand? And you don't want that. You don't want your child isolated or being tagged different names because you are trying to protect them. Because at the end of the day, they will say, leave me, don't protect me, leave me alone. Understand? So you want to say things that are like nice to say, oh, it's rather cold. I don't want you to catch a flu. Please, I don't want you to have a flu. The guy to the head will be swelling. At the end of it, thank you so much. They will be the one to say, oh, you will hear them saying that at the background. You understand? You will always hear them say, oh, she loves you so much. You understand? But you have passed the message. You get what I'm saying? You have passed that message because aside teaching them, you also have to protect. Aside teaching, you also have to protect. Don't forget that boys, no matter the age, if a girl accuses you of sexual whatever in this country, it's going straight into the record, even before they do any investigation. Even me as a woman, if I accuse any man, they will first pick that man before they will investigate, either I'm lying or not. You understand? It happens to them as well. So you want a situation where you have to protect and at the same time teach in a way that it is easy for them to understand. And it is detailed to the core. You let them see the implications of things. You let them see the downside of it, the advantage of waiting, the advantage of actually the advantage of waiting, the advantage of putting in their best to develop their own career. Like I said to my son, I said, the small one, I said, if you come out and you're the best student, you will have more girls running after you. What about that? And it's like, oh, really? And then he doesn't miss any assignment after that. I'm speaking the language he wants to hear to achieve what I want him to. You understand? So that's the way you gentle parent. It's not that I don't correct, I correct, yes. I scream when the time is there to scream. But when they are outside, be mindful of what you say to them. Because sometimes what you even say to them may not make that person even listen to you again. That boy may not listen to you again after you now want to correct gently because you've embarrassed him. And you know men, they feel like every little thing. Even if a woman is a girl is embarrassing them, by the time you come in with this gentle approach, they don't feel that way anymore. That's what I think. That's my own opinion. Thank you.
Well said, Wendy. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.